Good morning, Year 5, and here we go for another week of home learning. So this week, I've called it a focus on fractions, but really it's a little bit of fractions and some other things thrown in as well. Now, if you are still struggling with fractions and you feel like you're not quite ready to start applying it to other areas, you could go back to the Year 5 videos from weeks 5, 6 and 7, because those go over the basics again, including equivalent fractions and calculating with fractions. Okay, so today we're going to look at fractions and data handling. We're going to start with Fluent in 5, so I'll show you that, and then I'd like you to start your timer, and then I'll be back with the answers. Okay, so here are the answers to those fluency questions. So have a little look there, see where you've gone wrong or hopefully right. And if there's something you're unsure of, do go back and check and see if you can work out where it is you've gone wrong. Okay, so today we are looking at some fractions in the context of data handling. So we're going to start by looking at a bar chart. Now I have focused on bar charts today. It won't always be bar charts that you're given when we're talking data, but for today, that's what we're going to focus on. So when you're given a bar chart, a really good practice to do, there's a couple of things. First of all, make sure you know the scale. Now this one is done for us. It goes up in ones. It's very, very clear which is which. It could be that the scale goes up in 5s or 10s, but whatever it is, you do need to work that out first. So first of all, make sure you know the scale. And then it's always good practice, if you can, to write onto the bars what the totals are, and then that will help you to answer the questions. So this bar chart shows the colours of car in a car park. Number of cars are at the side, and that scale is going up in ones, and then we've got the colours of cars. So red cars here is 5, and again, so another good thing to do is use a ruler to track back and see where you get to. It's a bit easier on this one, but some of them are a little bit harder. So there were 7 black cars, 1 blue car, 6 white cars, 0 green cars, 2 yellow cars, and 3 silver cars. Okay, so there we go. We've labelled our bar charts, which should make it nice and easy for us to answer the questions. So these questions are asking for fractions, and each time the fraction needs to be shown in its simplest form. So question number 1, how many cars were there altogether in the car park? Well, because we've put these totals on, it should be nice and easy now to add those numbers up. So we've basically got, I'm just going to write it out so you can see what I'm doing, is adding them all together. I'm going to miss out the 0. So you can very quickly, hopefully, add some of those together. Look, you've got a 7 and 3 there, making a 10. And you've got a 5 and a 1 to make a 6 and another 6, making 12. That's 22, add 2 is 24. So there are 24 cars altogether in the car park. So that gives us our total, which is our denominator. That's our total number of cars. What fraction of cars were silver? Okay, there are 3 silver cars. So it's 3 silver cars out of 24 cars altogether. And to put that in simplest form, we need to find a common factor of 3 and 24. Now again, if you're not sure of this, do go back and watch the videos from previous weeks. I know that 3 is a factor of 3 and 24. So I'm going to divide both of those by 3 to give me 1/8. So 1/8 of the cars were silver. Next one, what fraction of the cars were yellow? So same thing again, 2 of the cars were yellow out of 24 in total. And I can simplify that because they're both even. I can divide them both by 2. 1/12 of the cars were yellow. What fraction of the cars were either black or red? Now the wording of this sort of question sometimes causes some problems, but basically what you're doing is you're adding fractions together. Black or red means those 2 fractions first and then in total. So let's do black first. You could of course add them together first, but I'm going to do it this way just to show you this method. So 7/24 were black and 5/24 were red. Now we know when we're adding fractions, the denominator stays the same because that's 7 parts out of 24, 5 parts out of 24, still out of 24, but 7 and 5 is 12. So 12/24 is the number of fraction of black or red cars, and then I know that 12 and 24 both have 12 as a factor, which gives us a half. So half of the cars were either black or red. So just be careful with the wording of those questions. It is asking you to add the fractions together. And finally, what fraction of the cars were not black? Now, you could add up all of the other cars and do it that way, or you could say, well, the total is 1, which is 24/24. That's all of the cars. And then we can take away the black ones, so 7/24. And just like addition, the denominator stays the same. And 24 take away 7 is 17. Now I know that 17 is a prime number, so there's not going to be any common factors apart from 1, so that's your answer. Okay, so your task today is to basically do what I've just done with a few different graphs. So you've got 3 graph questions to do and to answer questions on. So there they are. I will zoom in if necessary when you watch the video. So first of all, check you know the scale. Be careful with this one as the scale is on the horizontal axis rather than vertical. Then label your bars and then see if you can answer the questions, remembering to put the fraction in simplest form. And I'll be back tomorrow with your answers.